INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Guten Morgen, guten Tag und guten Abend an alle unsere Zuschauer und Zuhörer all the way from Munich, Germany, and welcome to Central Europe Connections, where we will guide you through various sites from castles to cities and many delicious delicacies all around Central Europe. My name is Alessandra, and I'm so happy to be one of your hosts for today, and very fitting for our topic. Let's ask Henry, how do we say hello in Hawaii?
Aloha, kakahiyaka, aloha amakea, and kamaaina. That's how we say hello to all of our locals there. But hello, how do I say it in German? Meine Bruta und Schwester? Did I get that right? I think, all right. So good transition. Hello, everyone. I'm Henry coming to you from Kaiserslautern, Germany. So happy to see you. I'm so excited for today's episode because we are going a little further than we've ever gone before, to the exact opposite side of the world, 12 hours away, as well as 9 hours away. So let's meet some of our guests today, because we're going well outside of Germany into Europe, or sorry, well outside of Europe, over 2 oceans, into a place where I came from, all the way in Hawaii. So let's first have him introduce himself to Jordan Augustine. Where are you from, Jordan?
Hello, everybody. Yes, my name is Jordan Augustine from the local congregation of Kea'au, District of Hawaii Pacific. Good morning. How's it going? It is 8 a.m., 8:02 a.m. here in our district. And yeah, hi.
Awesome. And with us as well from another island in Hawaii, I'll have Delmar introduce himself.
Well, how's it, everybody? I'm Brother Delmar Domino from the local Wailuku district of Hawaii Pacific. Next island over from Brother Jordan. Hello, how's everybody?
So to translate what Delmar said, he said, "Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm Delmar." So we're going to kind of highlight on some of that pidgin dialect today. But also, we have special guests, some familiar faces that you may have seen before. So I'll shoot it over to Las Vegas. Go ahead and say hi.
Hello, everyone. Aloha. We're the Gila, Sister Vanessa and Dawn coming from Las Vegas. Some of you maybe know us from Frankfurt, Germany. Dawn from Hawaii. And thank you for having us.
Aloha, everybody.
So some familiar faces, I'm sure the brethren in Frankfurt are so happy to see. And we'll take it back here to another Hawaii native. Hello, Kaskat.
Aloha to everyone, and I'm currently located here in Rotterdam. So we say, Goedemorgen, goedemiddag, goedenavond. Welcome, brethren, to Central Europe. This INC radio segment.
So we just went full circle. We went all the way to Hawaii. We did a little stopover in Vegas. Now we're back to the Netherlands, where Brother Scott's at. Ali, what can you say about our panelists today? This is a little different than what we're used to.
Yes, so I feel very outnumbered. But I'm very excited and to hear not only the different dialects I already heard earlier, and I'm excited to learn something new today.
Awesome. So as we proceed with our broadcast tonight, let's do a quick time check. Right now, it is 8:04 p.m. Central European Standard Time. There in the Philippines, it is 2:04 in the morning. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. And to those in Hawaii, it is now 8:04 a.m. It is 12 hours behind our time. And there in Vegas, it is 9 hours behind our time. So I believe it is 11:05 Pacific Standard Time. So we have a lot of time zones in our broadcast today. How's the weather like? Do you have the weather for us, Ali, or do I have the weather for us today?
Yes, I do have the weather. So all the way from Berlin, it is quite cold. It's only 11 degrees with clouds giving way to some sun. And in Amsterdam, it's the same. It's a bit warmer. It's only 13 degrees. And in the Zurich, it's also a little bit warmer. It's 14 degrees. And how about you there in Kaiserslautern, Henry?
Kaiserslautern, I think we're about the same. I think we're about 10 degrees Celsius or so. And to my American viewers, that's about 46 degrees. So a cold that you've never experienced in Hawaii. Never, I believe. As for the weather in Kea'au in Hawaii, it is 71 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 18 degrees Celsius. And in Vegas, it's 68 degrees Fahrenheit, is about 17 degrees Celsius. And Ali, how can our viewers and how can they tune into INCRadio? How would we ask them to view our broadcasts on a weekly basis?
Yes, so how to tune in? Just type in YouTube at INCRadio DZEM 954 and click live now.
Awesome. And so now that we have gone through the time check, weather check, I think we need to break the ice. So if we can ask Kuya Tech to show us, how will we break the ice today? Hawaiian Pidgin, guess the English translation. So our icebreaker today is basically, we'll be showing some words in the local English Pidgin dialect. Pidgin is a multicultural central meeting place of different languages that came together. And so it formed this language which some of our panelists, you'll hear them talking a little differently than it's just a culmination of all of our cultures coming together to produce the vocabulary which you're about to see. So when some of the slides come up, I'm going to ask Delmar and Jordan to be the ones to say some of these words, as well as Brother Scott, since we're the natives. And I'm also going to ask Ali to also try her best to see if she can reproduce that. So Kuya Tech, let's go to the first question. So the question one, Delmar, can you read that? And how would you say that?
Hey, how's it?
So, Ali, I'm going to ask you, and all those in our chat, again, so happy to see all of you in our chat. This is our chance for you to kind of, what did Delmar just say? Delmar, one more time.
Hey, how's it?
Okay, so now what is he saying? Is he saying, hey there, how are you doing? Is that a pimple or is that a house there? Ali, what do you think he was saying there?
I think the most right answer I would say is, hey, how are you doing?
And those in our chat, try to say that out loud to yourself while you're watching us in our broadcast. Just say, hey, how's it? That's your chance to learn another language. Pidgin is an official language marked by linguistics. So Kuya Tech, please show us the answer. Hey there, how are you doing? It's a very common greeting between friends and acquaintances. The word how's it really is just a combination of the words how is it? So if you want to say your first word in Hawaii or in Hawaiian Pidgin, hey, how's it? That's the good place to start. All right, Kuya Tech, if we can show our next question. The word is pau. I'm going to ask Don and Vanessa to be the ones to be person one and person two. How would this sound like?
Yipao.
Hi, Paul.
Okay, so the word is pao, and the way that it was used, how would it be, Ali? You're gonna be the one to try to do all the guesses here. You pao, I pao. What were they talking about? I'm hungry, or happy, or finished, or done. What's your best guess?
Um, my best guess is yes. Kuyatek also said
Oh, little technical difficulties there. Oh, she's back. So Ali, basically, what was your best guess?
my best guess is hungry.
Okay, so Kuya Tech, what is the answer? Finished or done. So the word pao is basically the easiest way to say if you're finished or done with something, a project, eating a meal, you took a bath. Oh, you pao eat? Oh, I pao eat. I finish. I'm done. So next question, question number 3. Uh I'm gonna ask Cascat to do the uh person 1 and Jordan to be person 2. How would this sound like?
Okay, person 1, Kirin.
Simple as that, yeah. Person 2. Okay, shoots. Shoots.
Okay, Ali, what just happened in that interaction there? It was so simple and so short. What took place there? Are they arguing? Are they bidding farewell? Or did somebody make a mistake?
Um, I think they're bidding farewell.
Okay, Kuya Tech, let's see what the answer is. What happened? The two people are bidding farewell. So the most common way for two people to say bye to each other is Keren shoots. But Keren is basically a form of saying, okay then. And shoots is just the response to it. Shoots can also mean like an agreement, yes. But in that context, they both mean bye. They're just bidding farewell to each other. Okay, next question, number 4. We got 2 more, so we'll try to wrap this up. Sentence. Okay, let's see. I want to ask Delmar if you can read this sentence. And I'm going to ask Jordan to read this sentence in a different way. So, Delmar, let's go first.
Okay, hold on. Let me see the. I cannot see the. Here we go. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Sentence is. Okay. Okay. So the kind, also the kind, when hearing the kind.
Okay, Jordan, what's your variation of this sentence?
Uh, I don't know. The kind was so the kind when he the kind.
Okay, Ali, based on this sentence, what is the kind? Is it a noun, a person, place, or thing? Is it a verb, or is it an adjective?
I'm trying to look for help from the comment section.
Okay, those are our comments. This is a foreign language to you. So now you know how I feel as the one who is not from here. We're kind of bringing a little CEU connections to something outside of Europe into Germany so that we can kind of see, the different ways of how we use the English language. So this is a fun sentence. What happened there? What is the kind? What does that mean? It'll be hard to kind of describe it. So Kuya Tech, let's just go to the next slide. What the answer was? It's really all of the above. The kind is like your what we call what do you call it? Or it's that word, it's that filler. That it just depends on context. You can use that word to mean so many different things, but it's just really a fun word in the way that that sentence is used. And the last of our icebreaker, I know this is kind of running a little long, but let's go to our last question of our icebreaker. The word aloha. Ali, from your experience in media and culture, what do you think the word aloha means?
Hello.
Okay. Those in our chat, what do you think? All of our viewers. Hello to Joshua Rubik, Kajeri, Mark, Jonah, Kenjin Libunao, Annalyn Lumen, all of those who we are always seeing. What do you think the word aloha means? Oh, and shout out to Geraldette Kua, who is also all the way in Hawaii Pacific. We got some viewers all the way supporting from far away. Kuya John is saying all of the above. Molina Patrick is saying hello and goodbye. Kenjin Lee now says hello. Well, Kuya Tech, what does aloha mean? The word aloha has many meanings that extend beyond these three, but these three are the most common. So if you see someone and you want to say hello, you can just say aloha. You're about to leave, you can just say aloha. If you feel a certain way about somebody, you can say I feel aloha. So aloha can be used in so many ways. And that is your language lesson for today. Or we'll go a little deeper as we progress in our conversation about exploring Hawaii's unique food culture. That was part of the language part. Ali, what are we going to be watching next?
So for this next segment, we have a very delicious video prepared for our Culture Bite segment. Kuya Tech?
Cook with me, and we'll be making the loco moco. Here are the ingredients for your burger patties and for your gravy. Start off by mincing some onions. Dice up some green onions. Chop up your mushrooms. In a bowl, add your ground beef mixed with your egg, your minced onions, some pepper, garlic powder, and Worcester sauce. Add your breadcrumbs and mix all together. Next, form your burger patties. Shape them into spheres and flatten for a nice circle. Next, heat your frying pan to medium heat and add your burger patties. Be sure to cook them well on both sides. Then you can remove the patties and begin on your gravy mixture. Insert your onions, your mushrooms, and all the other ingredients. Mix them all together until they become a thick and savory gravy. Now let's prepare our bowl to serve. Get a bowl of rice, add 1 or 2 patties, and start to cover your food with gravy. Now top it off with an egg, but let's add more gravy. And the finishing touches with some green onion. I think this could use more gravy. I hope you're inspired to make this for your next meal, because now you know how to make the loco moco. So that is the loco moco, and I felt that was probably one of the dishes that can kind of bridge our cultures together all the way from Hawaii into Germany. So let's ask Don and Vanessa first. Do you like the schnitzel better or do you like the loco moco better?
Das Video war sehr, sehr lecker. Aber I'm having to, me born and raised in Germany, having to go get to the schnitzel part, unfortunately.
What about you, Don? Is there going to be a problem
And for
between
me,
you and Vanessa?
Well, I grew up in Germany, somewhat, but I have to go with loco moco. It's a comfort food for me. So, yeah, I like the loco moco better.
Brother Scott, when was the last time you had a loco moco?
Well, actually, yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, then we just had to somewhat turn it into a loco moco, and of course, yeah, and my wife would be, hey, doesn't that remind you of something? Oh yes, it brings me back to uh, mommy's or our mother's kitchen, actually, or our local food there in Hawaii.
All right. So, Loco Moco, it brings us back to Hawaii. And I think it's a good place to start the conversation. And I'm going to start this off with Jordan. With CEU Connections, we bring our cultures together from Germany to Hawaii. Germany, for those, a lot of us know in Germany, a lot of workers migrated from different parts of the world, like such as the Philippines, who came to work in Germany as nurses. But Hawaii's history is a little different. We had a plantation type of history. Jordan, if you can be the one to kind of provide that little background of the plantation days of old and how the different cultures came to be.
Yeah, so Hawaii is a melting pot of cultures, and when you come to the islands, you'll see. I think the first plantation thing that people think of here is like the Dole plantation, yeah, the pineapples, and that's on the island of Oahu. Um, and even now to this day, there's still papaya plantation here on the Big Island. A lot of people still work on the plantations. Um, yeah, so it's just even my mom's dad was worked on a plantation here in the Big Island as well. So it is a thing. It still is a thing, and yeah, it was just a place where a lot of different cultures would come from different backgrounds. So like people from the Philippines, people from Japan, Korea, the Portuguese would come over here and work. And did it say Chinese? Yeah, Chinese would come here and work too. And then when it was lunchtime, they would try and sit together, but they couldn't communicate, which is where the pigeon came, and that's just a form of their communication. And then also they would share their different kinds of food that they have. So that's why in Hawaii you see a lot of different types of food with kind of Asian flavors, I guess. And you see a lot of different fusions of just all those cultures put together. So yeah.
Yeah, so and with that language part, I'm gonna be going back and forth between the food and the language. But from the language part of Vanessa, since you were born and raised here, as well as Don, you have a lot of history here as well. Pidgin English is what brought the communication together for all those who came from different cultures. Is there something similar to that in Germany or Europe, like something to bring the language together, or were they kind of all in their own groups? Explain from your knowledge.
Growing up myself in Germany, obviously the main language is German, and we do have all the different languages around us. You have France, you have Spanish, French, Spanish, all the different kinds. And but growing up in Germany, mainly, we had a lot of military that it went over to English, that we were able to communicate. So even with all the different dialects, we were able to communicate, but English would be still the main language to come together.
Yeah, so that Pidgin English was the one that brought together, and I'll go back to what you mentioned about that English for Germany brought things together. I'm gonna pivot right back into food, because with Pidgin English, when all these different cultures, all these plantation workers, let's try to envision all these plantation workers. They come together, they sit on the table, and it's lunch break. They're opening up their lunch boxes. Delmar, what would be in some of these lunch boxes of these plantation workers as they show their food to each other?
Rice. Get rice. Get the kind of luncheon meat. Those the kind get that. Get was that the chicken katsu? Get chicken katsu sometimes in there. Um, get shrimp. Yeah, this is the thing in the thing the shrimp. You in with the batter. Was that? Uh,
Oh, honey walnut shrimp.
Was no.
Tempura. Tempura.
Yeah, tempura. Yeah,
Tempura.
tempura. Yeah, tempura. Yeah, I get that tempura with not just shrimp, but like with some veggies. Get kimchi. Oh, yeah. I said think of the bento plates over here. They get so they usually get inside their lunch boxes. So yeah, some of those.
Okay, Brother Scott, I think you have some ideas. If all these cultures come together having lunch on the plantation fields, what kind of foods would you see from all these ethnicities that make up our cuisine?
Well, then that's where you can come to as they call it, mixed plate, or you have the different variety of food and interesting smells, interesting texture of the food, and this is where, of course, if you're enjoying the food at one moment, of course, you want to enjoy the people surrounding you. So you still need to communicate. So that's where they came up with this pigeon, Hawaiian pigeon, right, brother Henry?
Pidgin language is so unique that it took a little bit of Filipino, took a little bit of Japanese, took some Portuguese, and with whatever English these native ethnic speakers had of where they came from, it just sounds. And I'm not teasing him. He knows he doesn't take it personally, but Delmar is the equivalent of what happens when all these cultures come together. And that's just how we ended up talking. So if ever anyone from Europe goes to Hawaii, it's just what happens. Would you agree with that, Vanessa?
Yeah, definitely. Speaking about it, we just talked about schnitzel a while ago. One of the fusions that would probably happen with Germany and Hawaii is chicken katsu. Chicken katsu would be a fusion between the two of us, or the spam musubi. We have the lanchones, the meat by itself, rice, the Asian part, and then the seaweed would be the Japanese, right? Where that fusion comes
It's kind of
together.
like the sushi. It's like
Yeah. So and we took the local culture took the sushi. They put some luncheon meat in between two pieces of rice and wrapped it with seaweed, and that became the Hawaii staple of breakfast. Growing up as a kid, I would go to my grocery store and, oh, can I pre-order 2 musubi? I go the next morning, I pick it up. That's my lunch for the day, for our field trip. So things like that. I mean, it's what is part of the culture. Ali, I gotta ask you, from all the foods that we mentioned, what food do you think you are kind of interested in, or did you need to hear more examples?
So I did hear a lot of food suggestions, which do sound very new to me. Like the locomoco. I don't know if I'm even saying it right. Um, it does look interesting to try for me. And I mean the most common one, or the most known one to me, is the spam musubi. That's the only thing that I know.
Oh yeah, I mean that's something. If ever we had get-togethers, I'm the one to bring the musubis. That's just naturally what I do. So and part of this, again, I keep going back to CEU connections because we're connected through the food that we eat. Europe, in my experience here in Europe, is you have a lot of different cultures bringing in their food. That when you go to the how do you say it, the old town Altstadt and all the different Altstadts in Germany. I gotta say, and I say this in a nice way, I do miss my food back home. The Asian food. Brother Scott, what makes our food so special back in Hawaii? The food here is good, but do you miss the food at home as well as much as I do?
Well, of course, in Hawaii, on each island, there's a specific. Although we're all from Hawaii, born and raised, but on each island there's a specific way of preparing their food. But what we can say that we actually come in common is we always put soy sauce on the rice. It's just something that you do, right? Like you saw earlier in the segment, loco moco. Soy sauce is always there, always there. And if it's not there, then if you're in a restaurant, more than likely you would ask, "Excuse me, can I have some soy sauce for what?" Then of course you put it on, like for example, the loco moco earlier.
Before I get to you, Vanessa, I want to ask Delmar one question. How much soy sauce, or how we call back in Hawaii, we call it shoyu. How much soy sauce do you put on your rice?
I'm gonna show you. Oh, e- enough. Not if if it's too salty, you put too much. If you put little bit, if you not taste if you not taste the show, you know, you put too little. So you gotta. I just put kind of depend on the the what is shoyu to rice ratio. You gotta make sure you put enough to where you can taste them. Not the thing kind of it's okay in the mouth, but I don't put that much. I don't put too little, but just even sometimes the shoyu packs is good enough, but sometimes like that's it. I gotta put more. So gotta have that ratio. I don't know. I don't know what I just said.
Okay, to translate what Delmar just said is that the proportion amount of shoyu you put on your rice needs to be not too much, not too little. I think I translated that good enough. Vanessa, what did you like? What did you want to add to that?
Yeah, like tell Marla, we all have our preferences, right? Me moving from Germany to Hawaii was something to learn to love. When I obviously had to explore and get to try the foods, it was something so like, oh, okay, interesting. But the more or the longer I was there, I got to learn to love it. Understanding how they prepared it. If you heard about the kalua pig, the way they prepare it, the many hours they take for it to prep it, the presentation, the love to it. It's something that combined to when I started eating it, it's a different flavor because you now understand how much prep and love was brought into the food that you love eating it. And I think that's the difference of the Hawaiian food is just the preparation that comes into it as well.
So Jordan, I mean, you and I, we're plate lunch kings. If you wanted to give a plate lunch to some of our European viewers here, and they're starting off for their first time, name me 3 dishes that you would like them to have that represent our culture.
Oh, um, three. Well, nowadays you can get like 3 choices on one plate. So, I just gonna say one big combo plate. So, there's this one place. I think it's on Oahu. Oh, you can probably get it here too on Big Island. But I would start off with first of all, I would come with an empty stomach because it's gonna make you full. So I would start off with a kalua pig, lau lau, and squid luau. I would try that. I would try those 3. Those are heavy foods. You probably gonna take a nap after, but that's okay. So yeah, I would try those first, and maybe like a side of like ahi poke or something. Ahi poke is ahi is tuna, and poke is like translated to like a sliced raw fish. So yeah, I would try those.
Brother Scott, what would you recommend as your 3 dishes if you wanted to familiarize our viewers with the Hawaiian plate lunch palette? What would be your top 3 dish recommendation?
Well, yeah, I would still stick with lau lau. Lau lau is actually a taro leaf with you actually put beef, pork, and they actually put butterfish. You're right. You put a little salt, sea salt. You wrap it, and you usually steam it, and you have lau lau. Uh, I would still stick with the kalua pig, which is they actually put, as what Sister Vanessa was saying earlier, it's actually a pig wrapped, and it's actually put under what the the Hawaiian terminology is. They you actually put a pig in the puka or the under the earth, and there's like a firewood, and there's like pebbles, and the pebbles would really cook the meat. And there, then usually you have or as they call it, it's pulled pork. Okay, and I would go with smoked meat. Smoked meat is usually in Tagalog, it's like pork tapa or a smoked pig. Um, and yeah, that would be the three choices for my lunch plate.
Okay, before I get to you, Don and Vanessa, I just wanted Ali to read off some comments because our chat is actually sharing some of their input. Ali, what has some of our viewers been mentioning about the food?
There's been a lot of comments. I have a comment from Sister Lisette Augustine. Her favorite dishes are lau lau and Hawaiian spicy ahi. Or ahi or ahi. Excuse my pronunciation, please. And another comment from my German people, from Mark Gray. He said Frankfurter Schnitzel, hashtag Frankfurt. And from Scott Tesoro, mit grüner Soße, that's green sauce, hashtag Frankfurt. And I have another comment from Brad Takushi. Okay, I'll try my very best. It says tempura grinds oishi deshu with malasadas. Hashtag Heidelberg cluster.
So, malasadas is a word. It's like a big donut, right, Jordan? Is that really what it is? Just a bigger donut?
Yeah, malasada is a Portuguese. It's from the Portuguese, and it's pretty much like a fried donut. Yeah, coated with sugar, and nowadays get all kinds of stuff inside, like hopia cream or lilikoi and all these fillings now. But yeah, it's like a fried donut.
Yeah, so I think the equivalent when I go to the German markets, Berliner, I think it's something as close to that. Is that right, Vanessa? Am I saying that right? Yeah, so let me go back to you guys, Don and Vanessa. I know we were talking about the top three dishes. Let's try, if you can, top three foods you would recommend that are not main dishes, are not like desserts, since that's your line of work, Don. What desserts would you recommend?
Ooh, basically, what we just talked about was the malasada. Fried donut, we have halpia. Halpia is also a good side dish, goes with anything. If you love coconut especially. And shave ice is a
Yes,
pretty
shave ice.
popular
Talk about the
dish.
shave ice for a bit. Let's dive into the shave ice. Go ahead.
I think that's a one stop. Definitely, if visitors come to the island and visit, I think they already look for the shave ice areas, and there's like 3 popular stops to go to, and all they see is a long line for a shaved ice with flavors on it.
Yeah, so it's
Syrup.
similar. If you like hollow, you would love shave ice. It's very fine, shaved ice. With you could add mochi, you can add your condensed milk,
And ice cream.
there's
Ice cream in
ice
the middle.
cream. Yeah, and you can add your azuki beans, which go well with it too.
Yeah, similar to a halo.
Yeah.
Halpia, correct me if I'm wrong, Jordan. Halpia is just coconut, right? it's really just the white meat inside your coconut with a little bit of sweetener.
Yeah, I believe so. So now it's more like a gelatin kind of thing. Yeah, like almost like a gelatin consistency. But yeah, it's coconut flavored. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So halpia, I would love to make something. Now, this is not the hopia dessert, or what do you call the Filipino? It's different. Hopia and halpia, two completely separate types of dishes. But what do you call the dessert side? We have. Do you guys eat taro? I don't know if you noticed my shirt. I'm wearing taro leaves. So the poi, one of the famous dishes or things to eat when people arrive to Hawaii is poi. Um, I don't know, Brother Scott, if you can describe what poi is and if it's something that you think uh, those in chat would love to eat.
Well, actually, it will really bring you to the life of Hawaii. Like in Germany, you have Sauerkraut. If you eat Sauerkraut, you're like, "Whoa, this is really German," you know. It's like the way you say it, that's how it actually tastes. But with poi, well, I think it actually takes a lot of effort, and it takes there's like a well, nothing culturally or traditionally, but they really you have to put a lot of effort. It's like how they actually um maybe you watched uh how they actually make mochi, but it's like this taro. It's somewhat they you have to mix it and you have to hit it again, hit it. You just have to gather it together, and it's it's actually a taste that this is the starch of the people the when the indigenous people who lived in Hawaii. This is like basically their rice or starch, and usually there's a lot that they because that's like their starch on their plate. Then you have pork, then you have uh, other like vegetables with it. But usually that will be your starter, or that will be your actual starch of the food that you would mix it with the other food. So yeah, but yeah, it's actually good, healthy also, and very natural, and it will give a lot of it'll give a lot of strength, or in the Hawaiian terminology, mana, or in auf Deutsch, I think it's starker, right?
Is that correct, Ali? Is that the correct? What is that? I don't know what that is.
Oh, Stärke or Kraft means means yeah, strength or power.
Brother Scott is more German than I am. He's been here a little bit longer than I have. So we're coming to the close of our conversation soon. Ali, anything you wanted to add?
Yes, because I saw a comment from Kenjin Libunau. She commented, "What about Hawaiian pizza? Is it not one of the popular Hawaiian dishes?"
Okay, this is a controversial topic. I see my panelists already shaking their head. I want to start with I saw Don shake his head first because he works in the kitchen on a day-to-day basis. So I'll let him answer last. Jordan, Hawaiian pizza. What's your take on it?
Well, I like any kind of pizza, so I'll eat it. But it's not a Hawaiian pizza. The most Hawaiian pizza I ever had, actually, it was a Kalua pig on top pizza. It was a Kalua pig pizza, and that was probably the most like Hawaiian pizza I ever had. But yeah, pineapples on a pizza, controversial. I still don't eat them because I like pizza anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I want to hear what Brother Scott or Mangdon will say. But yeah, for me, I like it. I know it's controversial, but yeah.
Okay, I will ask Don to share his take. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no, and is it Hawaiian?
Okay, first of all, I love pineapple on pizza. I love it. I feel it goes well together. But it's not Hawaiian. And to go back into the past or the history of it, pineapple isn't native to Hawaii. It was actually brought into Hawaii. So I would not call it. And nowadays people put pineapple on anything and call it Hawaiian this, Hawaiian that. It's not. So yeah, like Jordan said, Kalua pig on pizza is more Hawaiian than ham and pineapple. But like I said, I love ham and pineapple on pizza. So no knock on it, but it's not Hawaiian.
You know, I do have a facial response when I look at a menu and I see Hawaiian pizza, and the only two things on it is ham and pineapple. And you know, I'm looking for something that's more of tropical origins. And can I say that I'm offended? I don't. I'm not. I'm just joking. I'm not offended. But I mean, exactly with what Don said. It's not a native fruit to Hawaii. And Brother Scott, I just wanted to see as we close the conversation, what is your reaction to pineapple on pizza, and is it Hawaiian to you?
Oh, cause oh, um, well, first of all, first time hearing that was when I went to the Philippines actually, and oh look, they actually have your pizza on the menu. My pizza on the menu. Yeah, look, Hawaiian pizza. Hawaiian pizza. Okay, then of course I tried it, and I was like, oh, if you don't mind me asking, what do you call a Hawaiian pizza? Oh, because there's pineapple on it. Oh, okay. But I mean, we ate it. It was actually good. But whenever I hear that, it's like I have kids, right? And my wife is like, "Oh yeah, here." You go to places where you actually order pizza. Oh yeah, here. You want to order Hawaiian pizza? Yeah, we could. But of course, first of all, we love eating pizza. I did taste the Hawaiian pizza, and it's delicious. It's good. But yeah, I would still agree with Brother Jordan, Brother Don. I'd still go with the Kalua pig pizza. Put sauce, or probably some sriracha, and yeah, that would be good enough. Or ono, as they call it, right? Ono, huh, Brother Henry? Ono.
The word is ono. Ono is if it's good.
Jamaica.
Onolicious is if it's really good. So what we talked about today was a lot of onolicious types of foods. And some of these foods like the lokomoko is similar to the hack steak that exists here in Germany. It's we have same types of foods with different names, but all these foods kind of bring us together. And that's what CEU Connections is all about, is connecting to different types of cultures, to different parts of the world, that we really might have different names for things, but we're all eating the same thing, and we're all connected in some way or some form. Speaking of connection, our today's episode of German is Fun will be kind of touching upon Hawaii, right, Ali? Introduce our next segment.
Yes, because our Central Europe Connections is not complete without learning new German words and phrases. So in our next segment, we will do just that with our Miss Malou. In German is fun, Deutsch macht Spaß. Enjoy!
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Hello everyone. Hallo zusammen. Welcome to German is Fun. Willkommen zu Deutsch macht Spaß. I'm Malou Francisco, bringing you another fun session of learning basic German. For today, we'll learn words and expressions in German to describe our holiday or vacation. American English, vacation. British English, holiday. How was your holiday? Wie war dein Urlaub? Wie war dein Urlaub? How was your holiday? How was your vacation? Word number 1 for today. Der Urlaub. Der Urlaub. U-R-L-A-U-B, and the stress is on the first syllable. That is the German word for holiday or vacation. Take note, the B at the end of the word is pronounced as P. So, Urlaub. To describe our holiday and yours, we begin with the holiday was, in German, der Urlaub war. War in English is was. So, der Urlaub war. And then you think of the different adjectives that you can use to describe your holiday in general. Here are some easy to learn adjectives that you can use. Just listen and repeat after me. The holiday was very good. Very good. Sehr gut. Sehr gut. The holiday was wonderful. Wonderful? So it means very nice. Sehr schön. Sehr schön. The holiday was fantastic. Fantastic? Fantastisch. Or great, toll, Toll. Or der Urlaub war super. And where did you go for your holiday? Wo hast du deinen Urlaub gemacht? Where did you go for your holiday? Wo hast du deinen Urlaub gemacht? Example answers. I was in Berlin. Ich war in Berlin. Ich war in Berlin. I was in Vienna. Vienna, Wien. Ich war in Wien. I was in Rome. Rome, Rome. Ich war in Rome. I was in Hawaii. Hawaii, Hawaii. Ich war auf Hawaii. And the people there were very friendly. Die Leute dort waren sehr freundlich. Freundlich, friendly. Freundlich, friendly. Very friendly, sehr freundlich. People, Leute. Leute. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Well, that's all for today on German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Thank you for joining me. Danke fürs Zuschauen und danke, dass ihr dabei wart. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Here is Malou Francisco saying, vielen Dank. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Vielen Dank, Frau Malou, for teaching us new words and phrases in German oder auf Deutsch. We all love German is fun. And to our dear viewers and listeners, if you're interested in learning more German vocabulary, you can search on YouTube INCRadio DZEM German is fun, and there you can rewatch all the German is fun episodes. Now, I learned something new today, earlier in the broadcast. And of course, I want to ask our dear guests and panelists if they have learned something too. So, I can see already, Henry. Okay, let's start. Let's make it easy so that our guests are not too nervous. Let's start with you, Henry. What did you learn in our broadcast today from German is fun?
I've only been here 3.5 years, and you would have thought that I would have learned this by now. Urlaub holiday. Yes? I think I got it. Okay. So ich komme auf Urlaub in Hawaii, auf Hawaii. Close. I give myself a C-, I think.
Yes. We can count that. Okay. I also want to ask Jordan if you want to give it a try speaking German.
Oh, I'm gonna shame myself. Ich war, right? Is that correct? Hawaii. Ich war Oahu. Huh? I went to Oahu. Is that correct?
Yes. Wow. Very good. Okay. I think it's unfair if we ask Vanessa because she can speak German. So let's ask Dawn instead. How can you say something in German that we have learned from German is Fun today?
Ich hab Spaß. Ich hab Spaß. I had fun.
Yes, this broadcast was indeed very, very fun. So thank you so much. And now is the time most of us have been waiting for. We have to find out which clusters were the most active in the YouTube live chat last week. Let us find out who are the top 3 clusters. Kuya Tech?
Third place, Zurich cluster. Second place, Berlin cluster. First place, Heidelberg cluster.
And on behalf of Heidelberg Cluster, I would like to just say hooray. We got it this time. But Berlin is always we're always competing, or actually, no, Berlin is always winning. So if you want your locale, the cluster to be in the top 3, please don't forget every time you insert a comment to put hashtag and your cluster, and maybe your locale will be the next one to be in the top 3 clusters. And we're coming to a close in our conversation today. We're going to try to briefly go through our shout out time. So let's start off with Jordan. Let's start off with you. Anyone you'd like to shout out today?
Just shout out to everybody tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. And I also see some of the Big Island guys tune in too earlier. So shout out to everybody here in Big Island. Shout out to my family and friends. And yeah, thanks for having me.
And we're happy to have you, Jordan. Thank you for connecting to us 12 hours away, but it's still the beginning of the day for you. More day for you to enjoy. And, for our friends there in States, we're so happy to have Don and Vanessa here. I know there's a lot of history and connection that you have here, near and dear to your heart. Any shout outs from you to anyone here in this side of the world?
I just want to shout out our resident minister, Brother Ronnie Gonzalez, our district minister, Mountain States, Brother Barry Thompson, North Las Vegas, Mountain States, our family who's tuning in, everybody North Las Vegas, Mountain States, we love you. Thank you for tuning in. And everybody around the world, Germany, we miss you. Hawaii, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, hello Frankfurt, wo seid ihr? Why didn't we win? Shout out to Central Europe. Thank you so much for having us here from the Mountain States. And of course, aloha to everyone that tuned in from Hawaii. Thank you so much for having us, and God bless po.
Yeah, and back to you, Scott. Anyone you'd like to shout out at this time, po?
Mahalo nui loa for everybody who has joined us in this segment. To the brethren here in the Netherlands, in the District of Central Europe, our District Minister, Kajoo, Assistant District Minister, Kajig, our Minister of Workers. Thank you, beloved brethren, for your continued hard work and unity. Aloha.
Thank you, Scott. I'll do a quick shout out to my family who is not more than a few feet away from me, so close by. Shout out to all those who are connecting all the way back home in Hawaii. And to everyone always participating in our broadcast, thank you for always connecting to CEU Connections. And Ali, I think we have, after your shout out, we have a riddle as we close out our broadcast today.
Yes, I want to shout out last week's most active commenters, and that is at Mario Calvello as number 1. Number 2 is Brother Gerd Luhmann, and number 3 is you, Henry.
Wow,
thank you so much. And the one who guessed our teaser or our topic last week is our dear sister Annalyn Luhmann from Berlin. So congratulations to all of you. And of course, for next week's episode, we also have a riddle. So listen carefully. I sit more near the center than the sea or borderline. A short trip from Amsterdam with a tower that climbs. My canals curve gently where terraces meet the street. Name this Dutch old city where ancient and modern meet. Okay, so just comment in our live chat for our topic next week. And of course, bleiben wir verbunden und inspiriert. Wir sehen uns nächste Woche zur gleichen Zeit am gleichen Ort. Let's stay connected and inspired. See you next week, same time, same place.